We have no idea where
Quit acting stupid. With
Bobby,
and
Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Quit Acting Stupid. I'm your host, Jamie Paredes, and joining me, as always, are my brothers, Bobby D, Rude Dog, and Andy. Is that like Nard Dog?
No, dude, I've been Rude Dog since day one. You guys remember Rude Dog and the Dweebs?
No.
It was a Saturday morning. It was a Saturday morning cartoon. You're gonna make me go Google it. It was a Saturday morning cartoon, and it was a clothing line at like J.C. or Macy's or the
Okay, I
Jones
do remember that.
Yeah, Rude Dog.
Yeah.
He was basically before Spuds McKenzie and all them. Those were beer. Those were adult ones. He had a cartoon, Rude Dog and the Dweebs. That's where everybody at school calls me Rude Dog. It's not like a name I gave myself. So, hey, I'll take it.
All right.
Been that since I was 3.
Yeah. All
Well,
right. Good deal. Well,
I see that's riveting information. But being that we have no topic,
we have nothing. We basically just sat down and hit the record button, basically.
Because sometimes I think those are the best when we just when we say let's just go with it.
Bobby, try to stay in frame. Try to stay in frame.
Yes.
Dude, I'm moving the light.
Bobby's in another seedy hotel room with creepy curtains.
So
where are you at now?
Lighting.
This is week 2 where I've not been in the comforts of my own home. Last week I was in Wichita, Kansas. This week I'm in Orlando, Florida. Work brings me here, and I, given my commitment to the show and to our podcast, I thought I need to be there for my brothers. And either that, or I was like, I need to stop the drinking right now and head back to my hotel room. And then I just happened to look at my phone and realize, oh, you know what? It's 9:30 in Kansas City. That's about the time we record normally every Tuesday. So,
originally the game plan for today, because you weren't going to be, you're in Florida, you weren't going to be on the show. So the game plan was Manny, my son Manny, was going to be our first guest host.
Right.
But the joke was going to be, and I thought it would have been hilarious, if he would have just sat in a box with Bobby D as his name, and we just wouldn't have acknowledged it at all. Like we would have just kept rolling like he was playing a part as Bobby D. Not playing a part at all, but yeah. So that was the plan, and I was excited about it. And then late last night, he's sitting on the couch upstairs, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm talking with Tomas. We want to go to one of these Royals Yankees games, and whatever." And so I was doing what I was doing, and then I'm like, "So would you guys get tickets?" He's like, "Yeah, we're going tomorrow night." I'm like, "I thought we were doing the podcast tomorrow night." Oh crap! I forgot. Dude, we literally just talked about this like a few hours ago. Like. What? And yeah, so
it really doesn't give me a lot of faith that he could commit to the bit for the whole episode.
Yeah, I don't think he would. I think it would be funny, but I don't know if he would have. Yeah, I don't know if he would have committed at all. But who knows?
So I got a text saying, "Dad, will you pay for Tomas's ticket?" And I'm trying to do business. I'm trying to talk to people here, and I'm like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." And then I also saw your text about, "Wait a minute, we were supposed to record tomorrow." So, yeah.
So you're trying to do business downstairs talking to people?
Yeah.
It sounds like
it sounds like
you
I don't know. That. You guys just froze up.
We froze up.
Did I lose you guys?
No, you're still here,
we're
bud.
here.
You're still here.
All right.
Let's act like we're frozen, and he'll just start doing all kinds of weird. Yeah.
So now it's Jack with the guy that maybe has been drinking for a little bit for work.
Maybe
I wasn't going to say a thing.
It sounds like your tongue has been stung by like 700 bees.
What? Oh.
Yeah.
When in Rome, you got to do as the Romans do. So, I'm here in Florida or Rome. So I'm trying to do it.
Florida man says.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be here another couple days too. So this sucks. I've got to be here basically all week. I had to wish my father a happy birthday today. Even though I'm not even in the same city, I had to.
Did you bring your trunks?
I did bring my trunks, but where are you going with that exactly?
This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy.
I can do that, but that didn't get into my mind. It was raining all day today. It's cloudy. It's like Yeah, and which is fine because we've been indoors all day. So anyway.
Funny thing, hold on. I am showing. Whoops, wrong shoulder. I am showing my logo. So I'm gonna do a little Michael Jordan and cover my logo, like he did in the Olympics, because I don't need people to see the shirt I'm wearing. But you mentioned it's our father's birthday today.
Yeah.
So
June 11th.
this will drop on Wednesday, but we're recording on Tuesday night. So I guess nobody else I got a call tonight around 6:00 from our mother, who said, you're the only one of all his boys that didn't call to wish him a happy birthday.
That's
Wow.
terrible.
I immediately look, I'm like, is it midnight all of a sudden? Like, what happened? Like,
is the day over?
6:00. Give me a second. Like I took Macy to cheer tonight. I worked. I didn't get off till 4:30 in the morning, so I slept until probably like 10:30, 11 o'clock. And then, I had some errands to do, whatever. Everybody doesn't need to know my business. I don't need to put my business out on the street.
Goodness.
My business. But yeah, I get a call. Like, hey, did you call your dad? All your brothers did. I'm like, great. Awesome.
Even the one.
Well, I settled for a text. I didn't call.
Yeah.
I just texted. So she's really.
Wow.
I also have a busy day of work, so I just texted as soon as
That's
I.
BS. Just did you text dad? Did you text dad's phone or mom's phone?
Dad's phone. I'm not wishing it through mom.
Well, it's funny because
mom really controls both phones, though.
Right. So I shut her down.
That's weird, isn't it? I mean, like, even though you're trying to text dad and say, happy birthday, father, she's the one that controls both phones. That's
like I get a text that says Robert Paredes. I'm like, that wasn't dad. That was mom. But no, so I shut mom down on that. And so then me and Macy went into to Rudy's. We had dinner at Rudy's. Saw our cousins Phil and Jesse. Me and Macy.
You?
No, me and Macy. Okay. Yeah, after her cheer. And so when we left, I called Dad. I called the home phone to wish him a happy birthday. And man, Mom was just trying to hijack that conversation. Like, I said, will you let me talk to my dad? And so then even when Dad, because I want to make sure he's not on speakerphone, it's just me and my father and Macy. Macy was in the car, so we were talking on the speaker. But man, I could still hear in the background. Kylie came over to borrow the truck. Quentin's going to come over and cut the grass. I don't care. I'm talking to my dad. Like, stop. This isn't about you. Uh-oh.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, here we go.
Bobby just vanished for those of you not watching or listening.
He vanished into a black hole.
Anyway, go ahead. Finish your story.
No, that was it. I mean, just like she kept trying to hijack the conversation. I'm like, will you let me talk to my father? So then I got Dad and I said, hey, Dad, happy birthday. And he's like, thank you.
That sounds exactly the way he would say it too.
Yeah. All right, Pops. Talk to you later, man.
Should I actually, if I can find the text, read what he and I texted back and forth?
Just try to stay.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I didn't even get a response to my text.
I said, and you probably can't see me right now because I'm looking at my text, but it said, happy birthday, Dad. I hope you're having a great day. And I said, love you. And he says, thank you. Be careful on your trip.
So he responded to Bobby, but not to you guys?
Wait. He just said, thank you. Have fun on your trip.
Thank you. Be careful on your trip.
So he doesn't love you back is basically what he's saying.
Yeah. You sounded gay. You sounded gay by telling him you love him. And then he didn't reciprocate.
It's now gotten to the point where I tell my dad I love him because I think it makes him. So I do it on purpose.
See, I go a step further. I hug him to make him uncomfortable. I'll give him a big air hug.
I hug him, but I tell him I love you, Dad. And he's like, yeah. So now it's sort of like, to me, it's sort of like, all right, how uncomfortable can I make this man?
Which is worse now? The fact that you got an I love you hang on or cliffhanger or me that didn't even get a response back.
I didn't get my text. I love you. It was a thank you. Be careful on your trip.
Yeah, I got nothing though.
He hates you. Remember when he told you? I think on episode 6, maybe we talked about it. He told you to F you and get out.
Yeah, maybe he still got a grudge.
He's still holding a grudge. Guys,
You, you pissed him off during a Chiefs game. That cannot be overcome.
no.
I think the statute of limitations on that is what, like 10 years? That's at
Everything
least
you're
10
doing
years
is
ago, right?
bad. I want you to know this.
Yeah.
Um,
But anyway, so
so that's
but
also
to go along with our loving father. Today is was going to be our Father's Day episode. No, Father's Day
was
special.
it, or should we? I was thinking that, but then should we do the Father's Day episode next week so we can talk
No,
about?
because I already put the shirt on. Look,
Best dad. Wait a minute. Hands down. Hold on. Wait a minute.
2003.
Well,
But-
maybe for that 1 year you were the best dad, but
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have
Quentin
to
was one.
spend. You're gonna have to spend because you're so fat that I can't read all of it. There's some on that side.
Kylie was
It
3.
needs to be in widescreen.
Hands down, it says hands down. So like, there's no competition. I am. So yeah. So a little bit quick story. So I'm putting this shirt on because I wanted to show you guys. I wanted to brag about my best dad shirt. So I'm changing shirts. I took off my original one and put this shirt on. But before I put this shirt on, I took off my original shirt and I look over. I thought Avery was sneaking up on me because she does that. That's her thing now. She wants to scare people. She just jumps out and she scares the piss out of me. And anyway, so I thought she was doing it, and because I looked out of the corner of my eye and I saw something. I was getting ready to say, "Damn it, Avery," and but I noticed it was just my shoulder hair. So yeah.
Just one hair.
Yeah.
I've
It
got
scared
one
me.
too. I've got one too. It's like right here, but it's white.
Yeah, white. Yeah. Well, everything on me is white now.
I've got a white hair coming out of my arm, out of my bicep.
Yeah.
Andrew,
So
any
I
white
figured
hair?
you guys would enjoy that.
Andrew, you got any white hairs that you want to share with us? Did you care to share?
No, that's between me and the mayor. Pretty good.
I-
Oh man.
I actually have more than one white hair coming out of my arm, but you guys don't need to know where the rest of the white hairs are. So
All right. See,
Yeah.
Yeah, I went there.
that's disgusting.
That's disgusting.
Why do we not have that drop yet of
I don't know.
the latest man?
I tried to find that.
Good day, sir.
Sorry.
I went through like 4 different sketches of the ladies' man, and I could not find That's Disgusting.
Yeah,
I think it might be the movie.
It might be.
So you don't want a fish sandwich?
That's
That's the movie. That's the movie. Anyways, guys,
All right.
yeah, I
Well,
think
good.
that's it. All right, guys, it was great. Great
Peace
show. Peace out.
go out on top, right? Isn't that what Seinfeld taught us?
Yeah. Okay. So, Jamie,
So yeah.
Go.
Did you say? Oh,
I said go.
Like what?
Let's all sit here in silence. I don't know.
Where do we go from here?
Well, I am. I'm on my own with my kids today, as you saw, Rudy, when you dropped by to get your mail.
Yeah,
I
I
had
turned
for
your
some
house
reason.
upside down.
Did your wife
Yeah.
leave?
Yes, she's on a work trip. She's in DC, so I am solo with 2 kids and 2 dogs until Friday evening. And it was a madhouse when Rudy showed up, and he, of course, did not make it any better.
No, not at all.
Yeah. So no, it was pretty awful.
What were
Yeah.
you there for, Rudy?
I forgot. Some of my mail still gets delivered to our parents' house. So, and I forgot it on
Oh.
Sunday. So, Mom sent it. Jamie's like the mule, and he brought it to the Northland, and that made it easier for me to grab. So,
He's like a coyote bringing immigrants across.
exactly.
More like a mule, 'cause I shoved it up my butt.
well,
So-
yeah.
That's why it was all wrinkled and sticky.
Oh my God! So I had to give Avery a bath after you used my bathroom. Holy
Francis
crap!
is having his bath. Oh, wait, say it again. Where are they hosing her down? No, go ahead. You were about to make fun of me. Go for it.
Yes, you destroyed my bathroom, and it reeked, and I had a hard time. I had to give her the fastest bath ever because my bathroom stunk.
Oh,
Do
Avery
not go in there. Woo!
Man, that was a perfect drop. Whoever hit that. Andrew, was that you? I could tell by the smile on your face. You nailed that one. I'd like to hear Avery's, comment on that. I don't think so. I just tinkled a little bit.
No, it was awful. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But anyway,
So for that segment, I don't believe you.
well,
Rudy's Runs, the live edition.
I'm taking Rudy's runs on tour. So
Somebody get let her off.
oh God,
Didn't get it.
it's choppy. It's choppy. What'd you say?
somebody could let what?
Is that what the next?
Oh, I can't hear anything you're saying, dude.
Is he frozen?
I hope he's frozen like that.
What am I the one hearing that over and over?
We can't.
You're just going in and out every once in a while. We could see you talking, but we're missing every other sound.
Okay, so
I'm sure it's going to be hilarious when it comes out, guys. So let's give him.
Just wait. Let's just wait and build.
am I the only one hearing that on repeat?
Yes, we're barely hearing you regular.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not hearing you on a repeat.
All right, I'll be back.
I'll be back. What an idiot. Go, get. We've got important business to tend to. Right, Jamie?
All right, now
You just make a joke, Bobby.
What was that?
The water boy.
Hey, I know what I was gonna. Oh, and I probably should wait till Bobby gets here.
I wouldn't.
Yeah. What was it? Oh, you said you had a joke?
Oh, here he is.
Big dumb animal, isn't he, folks?
Oh, I did it too
Okay.
premature. There he is.
He's a big dumb animal, isn't he, folks?
So apparently, I was the only one hearing on repeat on just like a constant cycle. Woo! Do not go in there. Woo! Do not go in there. Woo! Do not go in there. I was like, guys, can you hear me? And you're like, we can't hear you. Woo! Do not go in there. Woo! Do not go in. I was like, dude, what the heck is going on?
That's
All
hilarious.
right, well, this is a total train wreck.
Clearly.
One of the best ones. So I will say that now the light's not in my face when I got the bill there. I gotta say, I've gone back. I don't know if I suggest you guys do this. I went back to binge watch the whole series of Quit Acting Stupid. Currently only on episode 8. Currently on episode 8. It's kind of cute how
it sucks.
It's kind of cute how deer in the headlights we were in the first 2-3 episodes.
It sucks.
And what monsters we are right now. We're amazing. Hearing it all over town that this is what you gotta, Bob, stop.
I'm trying, guys. Sorry. I'm trying to keep the light on my face, but not. Anyway, go ahead.
No, I'm
being interrogated.
Yeah, the light's not on your face; it's behind your head.
I know, and I'm trying to block it out. Sorry.
Where were you on the night of December? Blah blah blah.
I was framed.
Show us on the doll where they touched you. You're such a.
You are the ones who are the ball lickers.
Woo! Do not go in there. Woo! Do not go in. I was like, can you guys not hear me? And you're like, we can't hear a word you're saying. I was like, I can't hear other than woo. Do not go in there. That's all I could hear.
Yeah, all the details of the story were clear the first time.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we got it.
I repeat things for emphasis.
Emphasis. All
right, what were we gonna say, brother? Rudy? You getting ready to say something?
Was I? I don't remember that.
Oh, hey guys. So I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on this. I got a letter that I'm being asked to provide a a letter to the parole board. What'd you say?
Bobby said something funny.
Urine sample?
When Bobby says something funny, we got to shut the show down.
Oh, shut up. I say something funny all the time.
No, listen.
Quit playing with your dinghy.
You just make a joke, Bobby.
Quit playing with your dinghy.
Oh.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
So I was asked to provide a letter to the parole board in favor of an inmate that I know. that yeah. So that's pressure, right? What do
You
guys
know
think of that?
something that's an inmate?
Yeah, I do.
Like,
It's
Well, do we want to say? Hold
I
on.
don't think we'd want to.
The
disclose
attorney
that.
in me is wondering whether we should.
Well, I mean,
How
I'm
do
not
you know
gonna
this
say it
person?
anyway.
How do you know this person? I'm just curious. Can you put it in context?
Old friend / acquaintance.
that sounds
But
dirty.
anyway, no. So, yeah, I was just yeah, that was pretty eye opening, jaw dropping. I was like, oh man, my and this isn't until next summer, I think. But yeah, my words are actually going to be
So,
like have
Yeah.
impact.
so
I'm
you
like,
have
oh
a
man,
full
I'm
year.
starting to get nervous, huh?
You have a full year to plan what you're going to say.
I guess I don't know what the date. I'm sure there's deadlines to that stuff, but
Okay,
yeah,
so
I recommend using Chat GPT just to
I
do the whole
thought
thing
about
for you.
that. I
Okay.
thought about that. I'm like, I don't know if I could leave that up to a to AI to, yeah.
so I wasn't paying attention. What's happening?
Oh, God.
You're going to court, or you just need to? Your words are going to be presented in court.
Letter. Like when people write letters to parole board and,
To the parole
and say,
board.
why somebody should be let out on parole.
Oh, I
Blah,
got
blah.
you, because they just did that on what's that one about the fat guy on Nickelodeon?
The Dan Schneider
Dan
thing.
Schneider?
Yeah, they talked about all the letters that he got written from like James Marsden and all these famous actors that wrote
No,
letters.
you weren't watching that. That's not what that was. Totally. You got that. That was the
You're talking-
trial for the other guy that was the child
From that
molester.
70s show?
I was going to say, because Dan Schneider was never put on trial.
Yeah, no.
Aren't you a
you
child
talking-
molester? Wait, what?
Are you talking about Danny Masterson from that 70s show?
No, guys. So
Because
that-
he had
that
like
Nickelodeon
Ashton Kutcher and famous
documentary.
people, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about the Nickelodeon documentary.
Okay.
Yeah, Dan Schneider was never arrested, in jail, or anything. You're talking about the other guy that was put on trial for
But I'm
being
just
a
talking
molester.
in general. They had to write a letter of like, hey, this guy's good, not bad. And that's what you've got to do, correct?
Ish. No, this guy is actually in prison and he's going up.
And you're trying to get him out. So you got to say, yeah, this guy doesn't do what he did.
But that other guy was never put in prison, I don't think.
Okay. I'm just talking about
Anyway,
the letter.
all right. Anyway, it was just yeah.
All right.
All
So is this person innocent? That you think? Do you think?
Oh no. I'm
What-
without going into.
Or I guess
specifics,
parole
I mean,
board, you're just trying to get them
Yeah.
out early, right?
Right, exactly. Where the hell did Bobby go? Did he say he was leaving?
No, he
I
probably.
didn't even notice.
I'm assuming he had to go pee.
Yeah.
So here's my thing, though.
Quit playing with your dinghy.
If you write a letter and he gets out and then goes on a spree
It's
of
a relapse.
then are you going to feel guilty about that?
Well, I didn't think of that until right this second, but
I'm glad I can be here for you, brother.
I don't know. Like I said, this is a relatively new development, and so I figured I figured you guys would have more interesting insight or more entertaining.
Right. You did your job as a host to kind of lay the topic out there.
Yeah, and you guys totally failed and
Yeah,
are
we just-
terrible.
To
at
be
this.
fair, it was way out of left field. I didn't.
Bobby
know.
just got up and left. He didn't, he didn't give a shit.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think the first line of your
What
line of
the
your
hell is
letter.
wrong with this guy?
Let's not let him back on. Let's put him in the penalty box for like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
No,
Bob.
you will allow me back on. Anyway, go ahead. It's the internet. Anyway, go ahead. It's hotel internet. So whatever my firm's paying for. So go ahead.
Everything you're doing is bad. I want you to know this.
What's the name of that firm? Let's put him on blast, baby.
No, we're not going to say the name of the firm. Keep the conversation going.
I think
Yeah,
think we're done.
you guys kind of just really just blew it. So
You
anything else going on?
blew it!
Are we ready for the Quit Acting Stupid award for this
So I'm
week?
not gonna sit here and scroll up and down and look for the drops. I'm just gonna recite them. So hopefully, because there's just too many. So that's what I'm gonna.
I just want it noted. My dedication to this podcast is such that even as far away from Kansas City as I am, and even though I'm on a work trip, and even though I've had, wines for the last 3.5, 4 hours to drink, I'm still here. I'm still here, guys. I show up because I'm Lou Gehrig. I show up every day to work.
I think he's more the Wally Pip. And if he was threatened by Manny coming on, possibly to take his job.
Yeah, he would
What a
never be
ballsy
back
thing
on.
to say when we just celebrated ALS
Not really.
Day, like last weekend.
Not really. You can't have a Paredes Brother podcast without the oldest brother, so I wasn't really worried.
I feel like we could do that pretty easy, but whatever, man. I get, all right.
Well, good. All right, guys. Well, back to Father's Day. You guys have any big plans? How about that? Let's start there.
So do we want to? We're going to discuss Father's Day just because you have a stupid shirt on, but would we? I mean,
and the fact that it's not like it's December. Like, I mean, Father's Day is this weekend, right? Or am I missing something?
No, you're right. You're right. But I don't know what the kids have planned for me until next show, and then I can be like, "Hey, dude, they got me a suite at the Royals game," and they're not going to get.
See, I'm not about material things like that. So,
hence the shirt. Hence the shirt.
We can talk about what being a father means to us.
That sounds so.
Where's the gay drop?
We need the
you guys.
We need the who's the guy on the Apollo? The Sandman to come and get him off the stage.
It's crappy internet. Sorry.
Okay, Bob. What does being a father mean to you?
Yeah, talk to us, Bob.
So it means that every decision you make from the moment they're born, it's pretty heavy. I mean, don't you guys feel the weight of it? I mean, it's like, and maybe you don't as they get older, but I certainly is when they're young. You're like, every decision I make is somehow going to impact this little human's future, either positively or negatively. Will they remember? I thought that was pretty insightful, actually. But now you're gonna.
It was. Go. I agree. I totally agree. Yes.
Yeah, but somebody hit the button. Anyway,
My little baby's all grown up.
I don't know. You just hope you're doing the best. I always try to take the rule or the approach of what would my parents do, or what do I think is the right thing in this situation. I don't know. Did you guys even hear that?
Usually, yeah, no, I did. Usually, it's not till well after the fact that I analyze things like that. I usually act first, and
Okay. Pause. So somebody hit the button.
It's
all
repeating
little babies grown up. Now, all I'm hearing in my ear is Vince Vaughn on repeat saying, "All little babies grown up. All little babies grown up. All little babies grown up." So I'm gonna.
Why don't we just try hitting another one and see if that cancels it out?
Because you're grown up and you're grown up and you're grown up.
There. It stopped.
The answer is more drops.
Jesus. All right.
That's shocking.
Back to being a father. What does being a father mean? I don't know. You're
getting awful deep there, though. Do you really analyze it that closely on a micro level?
No, I mean, I guess you're right. Probably after the fact, but I mean, when you're making a decision, you're like, I hope I'm not screwing these kids up forever. But yeah, I mean, because the same stuff that our parents dealt with and raised us through don't exist these days. I mean, these days you got so much more stuff, the internet, cell phones. I mean, just so much
absolutely.
more. So it's like, okay, well, yeah. What do I? Somebody's that Rudy nodding off.
What?
Which is fine. He's not really a very good parent anyway. So I mean,
watch it. Problem solved. Okay, go ahead. Proceed.
Oh shit! You just cut him off. No, I mean, I think you just
top row.
I mean, right? I mean, isn't that what you guys do? I mean, when the kids are.
Hey, how's the weather down there, buddy?
Hey, my brother and I are trying to have a serious conversation.
What you
Get out there.
He's been demoted to bottom.
Look up here. Look up here.
Ah, look up here. Look up here. Look up here.
He's been demoted to bottom row.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
what are you saying?
Okay,
You just
Bobby, proceed.
Bottom
Yeah,
line,
yeah. No, I agree.
you just try and do the best you can.
Yeah, because I'm an absolute know-it-all when it comes to my kids
Being a
and
father?
parenting advice and stuff, and I offer it.
I mean, wasn't that the reason we started the whole thing? Was because dads have a lot to share.
Yeah, but at the same time, like you said, you touched on something where so many things are different now. I could tell my kids one thing, and it's like, well, they could say, well, you know what you're talking about or whatever, which I do, but I don't in the sense that, like you said, there's social media, there's all kinds of, like, I could have a discussion to them about bullying or whatever, but it was so much different back then than it is now. Yeah. So
Yeah, for sure.
Times change, which require you as a parent to also just kind of, you can't be the same Ward Cleaver that worked back in the 50s. You can't be that in 2024. I mean, it doesn't work.
When it's time to change,
You've got to
rearrange. Peter Brady, thank you. No, I think I'm kind of an amazing father. Probably the best there ever was. Like, I think I've reached GOAT status when it comes to being a father. You can ask my kids. You can bring them on. I'm kind of amazing.
are you going somewhere with this?
I think
I thought we were all gonna take our turn. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
No.
So, what do you point to show that you are an amazing father? Give us some empirical evidence. Give us some
His
evidence.
bobblehead collection.
My bobblehead collection is unmatched. So if that's what it is, then yes, I win hands down.
Your bobblehead collection leads us to believe that you're a great father.
Jamie said that, not me.
Well, I have an award hanging up in my office that says "Best Dad," made out of a paper plate and some construction paper. So pretty.
And I don't have a shirt like
Seeing
Jamie.
them finger paintings.
I'm just I think if you ask my kids, hold that thought. Macy!
Oh, God.
Yeah, let's put our show on hold while you call.
No, you guys, go ahead. There's 3 more of you. Go ahead. You guys can talk. Mace, come here, babe.
He's going to put it
We're
on
recording right now.
force her to say that he's a good father.
Say that I'm a good father.
Or you don't get ice cream tomorrow.
Okay, so they're asking me what makes me a good father, right? I think. What can you say?
I don't know.
You're embarrassing me.
Hold on, Macy. This is your Uncle Bobby here. I have one question for you.
What?
Is your dad a good father?
Yes.
Boom! That's my proof right there. Thank you, Macy. Grab a popsicle out of the freezer if you'd like. Okay.
But
So in traditional fashion, my internet froze. I didn't hear what her response was. So
she said yes, but I mean, what does she really have to compare it to?
We don't want to go there.
I mean, yeah, she could say, "Oh, you weren't a good father," but I mean, she knows she's a spot. I mean, really, it was a leading question, quite honestly.
Okay, well, you guys can. You're the one that asked it, and you're complaining about your own question being leading.
I would have liked a follow-up question, but my internet froze, and it looks like she's gone. So
excuses are like bee-holes. We've all got them. Next question. Next.
My next question would have been, what can you say, Macy, that indicates that you're, why do you think he's a good father? But
I take her to cheerleading 45 minutes twice a week.
Crappy internet.
Okay.
Both ways. Uphill. Both ways. So,
all right.
Whatever. Guys, come on.
How is it uphill both ways?
Yeah, I don't know, but it is. Trust me.
I think that's part of what makes it funny.
It's one of those, pictures that
like a Escher.
Yes, I'm gonna say yes without knowing what that is. So, what else is new, fellas? Father. So Bobby talked about his. I slept through it. I don't know. Jamie, did you talk about being a father?
I get these cool shirts.
Yeah, you showed us that dumb shirt. Okay. Andrew,
Yes.
He's got the official award.
you're a father twice, and you got that macaroni award that none of us have. So, what's your favorite part about being a father?
The funny things they say. My kids are 4 and 1, so we're at that age where just they repeat Vanessa's starting to repeat things, but she just comes up with some really funny things. I need to start writing them down in a notebook so that I remember them, but I'm trying to think of an example right now though.
Right. So I would always go to Facebook and post them. And so now, like, I'll go through my memories and see them, and they're still comic gold. Like, my kids were amazing, hilarious. And
Yeah.
that's a good spot to put them. So you'll be reminded.
Like a flamingo?
Flamingo. Yep. We've showed that. That was
Can we play that clip? Because truly, that is one of my favorites.
That was like episode 4 or 5, guys.
Do you think you can pull it up again in episode 27?
Yeah, you guys keep talking. I think I can.
All right.
One of the things Vanessa said recently, we go pick her up, and we pick her up first in her room, and then we go over to the 1-year-old room where Nathan is, and she loves to go run around. That was the room she was in, and so she knows all the toys, and she's big for him, so she plays with them real quick, like a wrecking ball coming through there. But I told her, okay, Vanessa, we got to hurry up, and she was like on this little slide. They have a bunch of mats that they put together to make a slide. And I said, we got to go. It's your last one. And she looked down. There was a little 1-year-old kid laying at the bottom of the slide. And she said, look out, baby. And then just jumped.
Look out, baby.
And I don't know why, but me and the teacher just cracked up. But no, I like just hearing the random things they say, the funny things they do, because you realize how much they are just a, mirror image of you sometimes, or they're literally just mirroring you. They pick up on your thoughts and words and everything. And
right. So Miranda's big thing was up sleeves and down sleeves. That's still, like, I didn't want to correct it. A short sleeve shirt was up sleeves and a long sleeve shirt was down sleeves, and that was the cutest thing until she was probably who knows how old, because I let her keep going thinking that was correct. And I did read something that I posted recently where Manny was saying something about like a bird had just crapped on my car or something. He's like, "Ooh, the bird crapped on the car." And Parker said, "That's not his poop, that's his pee." How's that?
I don't get it.
I don't get it. She thought that the white poop, because it was liquidy, she thought it was the bird's pee instead of the poop. That's gold, Jerry. That's stuff, man. Keep talking, guys. I'm still trying to.
Well, and who can forget the time we went down to San Antonio, and my oldest Xavier was to summon the dolphins at SeaWorld. And he really wanted that dolphin to come over to where he was, and he was probably 2 or 3 at the time. And
come here, dolphin.
The infamous line, "Come here, dolphin."
So good.
We had that on video somewhere.
Oh yeah.
God, if only we had it right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
not good that does this.
wait.
A modicum of show prep.
I'm still struggling with the name, guys.
Yeah, but no, and just dealing with stuff like when Avery came home and I think some kid was giving her a hard time about being short or something at school.
Giving her the business?
Giving her the business?
Yeah. I think it was something stupid about being short.
I'm sure it was stupid.
And I told her, well, did you tell him that you're ugly and at least I'll grow taller, but you'll always be ugly? And she's like, no, we can't say that. And I'm like, oh yeah, well that too. Geez. Well, so she totally has a different way of dealing with things than I would. Yeah. So
then I kicked him in the ding ding. Remember that was what was that? Was that Eddie Murphy Raw or was that?
I don't remember.
Delirious. The little anyway, sorry.
Who was that? Pull that up. Was that?
Where did that come from?
I've got the video.
Wow, that was quickness.
Come here, Dolphin.
I'll do it one more time, a little louder.
As if the dolphin's gonna be like, hold on, this kid wants me. I'll be right back.
That's
yeah, like the dolphin was okay.
Let
me go holler at this kid real quick.
Yeah.
That was a video you sent me, Rudy, because you are laughing right after the dolphin.
Of course I'm laughing.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm giving up on Flamengo.
Dolphin!
I can't convert Flamengo to
kids. They say the darndest things, and then they grow up, and then they hurt your feelings, and yeah.
Oh, Bobby, did you recently get hurt?
No, I'm not. I'm not saying anything personally. I'm just saying that when they're young, they say cute things and funny things, but then as they get older, they may sometimes say hurtful things. That's all.
Let's explore this, Bob.
I know. I think we've
Hey,
touched on something.
Okay, Dr. Phil, what do you want to know? No, I'm just saying.
Tell me about
my
it,
kids.
Mom.
I've always given them the freedom to express themselves, even if it's loud and
Yes,
maybe
too loud most of the time.
Maybe it includes a 4-letter word here and there, but at least I know where
that's inappropriate.
At least I know where they stand. There's no.
You can know where they stand without the 4-letter words.
You can, but I also don't want to prevent them from expressing themselves. So
nope, it's a sign of respect. It's a sign of respect. I don't cuss in front of my parents.
No, not necessarily.
You don't?
No, I disagree.
Fuck
but
no!
anyway.
All right. Quit acting stupid.
All right, sorry.
See what I did there? All right, guys.
I think it's important to have an open dialogue and open conversation with your kids so that you know exactly what's going on in their lives. They feel comfortable talking to you. I think
my kids feel comfortable talking to me.
To an extent. Yours do. Yours probably a little too comfortable. They could probably use some beatings to the white meat show.
Bobby's kids or my kids?
Both.
Maybe because
now, mine, on the other hand.
Maybe because their uncle held their feet to the ceiling fans when they were kids.
Ouch.
And now they've got a stutter.
Like that. What kind of uncle would behave like that?
Terrible. A terrible uncle. A terrible one. So
just doing my job.
What kind of brother would act like that?
That's 17 years later, 18 years later, the kids still remember that.
Yeah, they do.
They'll remember me when I'm dead.
Remember me
when you come into.
No, I was going Coco. You're going to church. What are you doing?
All right, guys.
Oh man! All right, come on. We got to get out of this
award.
Stupid award. Oh crap! We've done 43 minutes. What the hell did we talk about?
Each one of them has been very painful, and I'm sure we've lost all 4 listeners probably around the 20-minute mark.
So I was going to mention since I guess we recorded last week, but it would have been the week before that. I don't know, but we went to a funeral not too long ago, and Bobby did the eulogy, and I kind of wanted to talk about the fact that Bobby is always asked by every cousin we have, every time there's a death in our family, to do the eulogy. And, it's we know what to expect at this point, right? I feel like it's time maybe we move on. There's other cousins. What's that?
They jumped the shark with Bobby.
I think it's just,
Here's the thing. I think
season 25 of The Simpsons. Come on. Do we?
I think I would be amazing, like as a speaker. But here's the thing. I don't want to do it. Don't ask me, anyone. But I think I would
hold that thought.
So much better than him.
See, here's the thing, and I brought this up to Susie and the rest of the family that was at the funeral. I said, wow. Hey, one of the Paredes boys is a performer who's taking the stage in Kansas City, Chicago, even overseas.
Naked. Did you tell her you've been on stage naked?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. No, I did not tell her that actually. But
I was just opening line.
Yes, you.
That was his opening line. Like I do nude. I do nude.
Yes,
if you nude. Did you hear
That's
me?
all I said.
Do nude.
I said, hey, look, I understand you trust Bobby with your words, but who trusted me with their words? Shakespeare.
Wait.
So I think, pretty good. So.
Where's
Hold
the
on,
quit playing with your?
Quit playing with your dinghy.
That
didn't really even fit that well.
Yeah, you're really trying to.
Bucket naked.
That
would have been better.
That would have been nailed.
Walk around bucket naked.
That was the perfect drop, and it was right under "Quit playing with your dinghy."
So
Jesus.
So anyway, I'm just saying, I'm very limited in my creativity. I can't really write my own stuff. I can't, do this, but I can read other people's words. So
wasn't that basically what Bobby's doing? Is he's reading cue cards because it's already written out. I mean, he's the champion you Googleizer, but really he's just reading other people's words, and he's dead inside, so he has no emotion.
Right.
And I think he knows what I want to say about that too. Is that after a while he kind of stops letting people know that he didn't write it and just kind of starts taking credit for the whole thing. Because everyone comes up
Bob,
and says, everyone says, Bob, great
ukulele.
job. That was a great job. Yeah.
They say that was a great job, and I don't have the heart to tell them, well, I was just reading what my cousins wrote. I don't have the heart to, that's like it's an unnecessary statement to make. So I just simply say, thank you.
I will say that they're probably coming up to him. They're probably coming up to him to say, "Great." They don't want a conversation. If Bobby went into, well, it wasn't really me that wrote it, they'd probably be like, "Look, I don't care, dude. I was literally just saying that to get past you. So, like, I don't care."
Hey,
so
that reminds me of the time that I was wearing an army shirt, and somebody came up to me and said, "Thank you for your service." And I was just like, "You're welcome."
that's called that has
Stolen
a name.
valor.
Stolen valor.
Because that's what I was gonna say about Bobby before you said that. Yeah.
Stolen valor. So then that gave you the idea. Did you go to like all the on Veterans Day, go to wear that shirt and go to all the free breakfast?
Just wear that shirt.
Jamie absolutely would go and get all the free stuff.
Oh, of course.
I would.
I mean, that's just
I
his
knew
word,
it
right?
would.
I'm starving.
Anything free to be had, he's going to be there for it, right?
Yeah, right.
Well, Rudy, aren't you the one that texted while we were at said funeral saying, "Do you think it's too late for me to come and just get food?" Or
Lay off me, I'm starving.
So let's back up and explore that a little bit longer. Yes, somebody didn't go to the actual funeral mass, which in the Catholic tradition there was a funeral.
And he was working.
By the way, God rest his soul, Larry Montes. We're getting all this mileage on his funeral, and nobody's even said his name.
Uncle Larry Montes, yes.
Uncle Larry.
Rest in peace.
So Rudy had to work, so he couldn't make it to the actual funeral mass because he was at work. But as he was getting off work, he did want to know, hey, do you think it's all right if I come back and get some food?
Let's tell the story correctly, though. If you guys would quit acting stupid, you're at a funeral and you're sending pictures of the food to the family. Like, so I didn't just reach out like I was hungry and, I wonder if there's food at this funeral. No, my brothers who need to quit acting stupid send us a picture like, look at all this. I might eat it. I might throw it away. I don't know. Like, so you make it sound like I just came out of the blue and wanted to come and eat, but
there was a very nice spread, and being the brothers that we are, we had to express to those brothers that weren't in attendance, look at what we get to enjoy. Yeah, there was.
This is not Nam. This is bowling. There are rules.
Hey.
It's kind of a tradition that we do that when somebody's not there and there's food around and they could have been there but they weren't, and we take pictures of food and send it to them. And yeah.
If I hadn't already deleted them off my phone, I'd share those photos with you right now. But yeah, there was rice, there was tacos, there was sandwiches, pasta salad.
I'm very aroused.
Lay off me, I'm starving.
What else?
Yeah, they had like full Mexican, and a full just like American spread. Like you could.
Do you have anything
gotten
besides Mexican food?
Play it.
Do you have anything besides Mexican food?
I think somebody hit it the exact same time I did.
We did. It was perfect. It was a perfect drop.
We're not Mexicans. We're from out of town.
me and Andrew, being the ones that were in attendance, we had to give a little grief to Jamie and Rude Dog. And
Yes, I was
oh,
meeting.
mira este.
Ay, mira, is that the Guadalupanas?
That's probably the Guadalupana serving. They're like rice. Oh, there was chicken. There was rice, and there was beans, and there was chicken, and there was tacos.
Chicken and
there
chicken.
So Bobby's sitting there. There's chicken, and then right next to it is like pasta salad and a bunch of.
You know I don't speak Spanish. In English, please.
I'm late on that, but go ahead.
Bobby looks at the pasta and says, I'm going to pass on the carbs. And just a second later, they say, pasta salad? Oh, yeah, go ahead. And I said, so that was just to yourself then? And but then he also shared that.
The expectation was that I was going to get a bigger piece of chicken. I was going to get a breast. And I didn't get a breast of chicken. I got a freaking wing. So when I got the wing,
lay off me, I'm starving.
When I got the wing, I was like, well, I guess I need pasta salad now.
Can you ask, can I get something other than a wing?
Only one of my brothers would go in there to a funeral and complain about food.
Only the four of us would talk about the freaking food that was being and not the fact that our Uncle Larry had just passed away and we had just celebrated his mass.
Don't forget about the 100 views we're going to get on this. So
God forbid Susie and Sam and Trisha and any of our cousins actually listen to this. But
they don't.
In his honor, I got some take home.
Yeah.
Nice.
And go plate.
That's your new nickname, take home.
Go plate.
To go plate. That's better. Just put that race Andy and put here. I'm gonna do it for you.
And to go or
can I change it? Well,
Mr. To Go Plate.
Can we change each other's?
Let's try it.
Can we?
Oh boy, that's what we need to do next week. Is everybody write somebody else's?
Mr. To Go Plate. Anyway,
there you go.
Yeah.
To go.
Oh, you changed that one. I thought you would have changed the.
He literally changed his name.
Yeah, your name is that's your nickname.
Guys,
leave it that way so that when I wrap us up at the end, I can for my brothers Jamie and Rude Dog and To Go Plate.
I have a long history of nicknames because there's always a million Andrews. No one can say Paredes. There's just so every clique or every group I've been a part of, I've got a nickname.
Tell us some of the others.
In high school, I got Padre.
Padres, that was a pretty good
one guy called me Keg. He was like an upperclassman though, like probably poking fun that I was a little overweight, but he called me Keg. Or because I was like short and stout. Oh, and he'd also call me Tank because I was just like short and
was he a white guy?
Yes, he was.
Of course he was.
Yeah, I mean it's Rockhurst.
It was Rockhurst.
The odds are
odds were in the favor that he was going to be a white guy.
But probably my longest lasting nickname legacy is from college when I was called Nasty. It started out as P Nasty for Paredes.
P Nasty, I like that.
That's kind of where I started with it, right?
Did you destroy a bathroom or something? What?
No, there's a stupid story. It was like freshman year, after finals, first semester. We were all having lunch together, like all this theater group, and I didn't really know a lot of them because the way this class worked was half were on Monday and half were on Wednesday. So there were a bunch of people I had never even met before. And for some reason, we were just like messing around. It was like a 2-hour lunch. We're leaving, and out in the lobby, there are these big glass windows to this building. And some people were messing around, and one of the guys pushed the other guy, and he tripped over like these vents that were on the ground that were just like a couple inches off the ground. He tripped and went into one of the glasses, and it broke. And this is like a big, tall thing. So we all had to like stay there and get questioned by campus security and everything. And it was innocent enough. It was fine, but it just turned into a whole big ordeal. And so when we left, we just felt like, we're, crime syndicate and we need to have nicknames or something, and it was just an offhand comment. And then I made the comment to the two wrong people who just ran with it. And by the time I came back after Christmas break, that was my name, and everybody knew me as that.
P Nasty.
Yep.
Welcome to the show, P Nasty.
I have people who still can't call me Andrew or anything else. It just doesn't feel natural.
So next, we need to begin the show by putting P Nasty in your nameplate.
I mean, why not? I've accepted that I'll never get rid of it. So
for the rest of the show, you're going to be to go plate.
Yep. That's a great nickname, man.
That
I'm not gonna.
That is
Great nickname. Anything else, guys? So I didn't get any.
This is top 5 worst pods that we've done.
I don't think so. I think this is gonna be solid.
I think it was rough in the beginning. I think we found a few fun little.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Beats. I got a story that I've been kind of hesitant to tell because I feel like it makes me look horrible. But I feel like you guys would be the ones.
All the better
to ask about. So.
Please.
Okay, so this past weekend,
I may have to go to the baño again. So anyway.
Oh boy. Okay.
You have to make.
No, number one.
So this past weekend, we went to Kaylee volunteers at this therapeutic riding center. It's up north in Holt, where they ride horses. It's children and like young adults who have disabilities, mental, physical, what have you. But they ride horses.
Holt is the hometown of former guest Andy Yoakum.
That's true.
There's like 3 people there, so he's one of them. Just thought I'd shout it out.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Shout out to Holt.
So we go. It was on Saturday. Oh, so it was a horse show, is what this is. In the past, Kaylee has volunteered, but it's just an event for some of the kids to ride, and they get to do it in front of an audience, and they get presented with trophies afterwards. It's a big love fest. We all clap, and it's great, and we love it. And they have, popcorn, hot dogs, snow cones, all this good stuff. They have people coming in selling things like a little, market thing. It's a fun event. And so we went on Saturday. It had rained Friday night, so everything was inside in their indoor ring, which is weird because in the horse ranches are going to smell. It's going to smell like crap. But then they had also shoved in like popcorn machine, which is a great smell. So when you have an objectively bad smell and an objectively good smell, it's just like there is a thick air in here, but it's very bland. It's neither good nor bad.
Invariably sweet smelling.
Yeah. So anyway, so the point of the story though is they have a face paint. And Vanessa didn't want to get her face painted. She just wanted to do something on her arm. So she got a little butterfly. We go there. It's a little tent. There's nobody in line. So she does it. And then Kaylee's like, hey, I'll do one too. And so she gets her face painted rainbow. We leave. It's great. Later on, Vanessa
didn't do blackface.
No. I'm disturbed that's where your mind went. But Vanessa decides she wants to get her face painted. So we go back. And I said, I'll take her. And Kaylee went on with Nathan to go talk to some people she knew. Now there's a line. And so we're like 3 people in this line. And I'm very saying like, hey, okay, you guys are here. And then it's us. Okay, great. And like I said, these are all kids with disabilities. So it's natural that it's going to take a little bit of time. It's whatever. I'm fine. But 15 minutes into the waiting in this line, it's really hot and I'm sweating. And Vanessa's like pulling them out, like, when are we going to, whatever. Okay, so we're next in line. There's a girl that's sitting in there getting her face painted. Suddenly, this other girl comes in and just kind of like, gets kind of, I thought maybe they were friends. She goes up to the girl in the chair and starts kind of talking to her, like, what are you getting? And all this kind of stuff. And I'm sitting here, I'm just starting to think, I think this girl's trying to cut me.
No cuts, no butts, no coconuts.
And, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to say anything until it happens. But also like, what am I going to say? Because I also think that this girl that came up has some sort of disability because she's a little, just from listening to her talk, I'm like,
but all the girls all the kids had disabilities, correct?
Yeah, but they're varying levels, I think. But yeah, you're right. I mean, and some kids I think might have been there as volunteers, what have you. But all the kids have guardians with them, so someone can tell them if they're
Cleveland Guardians.
Go on, proceed.
Move along.
So anyway, Kaylee starts coming back, and I'm saying, I think this girl's gonna cut me. And so she comes in. Kaylee comes in, and then as soon as that girl got out of the chair, this girl just jumped right in. And at first, I'm like, all right, whatever. It's a couple more minutes. It's no big deal. She right away says, I want three tattoos. I want one on my arm. I want one on my face. I want one on my neck. And to the lady's
Like, you want
credit that
a
was doing
tramp
it,
too?
might as well, right?
Neck tattoo.
It's it's a 2-for-1 type thing, I guess. But right away, I'm just like, I'm thankful that the woman said, okay, just 2. You can't get one here. It's going to sweat off, blah, blah, blah. Okay, thank you. But she's not, the woman that's painting, she's busy. She's not looking and policing the line. But I'm just like, what the hell? This girl just got right in front of me, but I can't say anything. Like, what are you going to say to a child, let alone a child with disability?
I would say, quit acting stupid.
Well, I'm just left to just stew in it. And Vanessa's like bothering me, like, where are we going? So whatever. Okay, I try to let that one roll off my back. But I shit you not, another girl must have been her sister. And I say that because they were both black, and there's not really a lot of black people in this community.
Whoa.
No, I'm just saying. No, I say that because that's what made me think they're sisters, they're siblings, or that they know each other.
They were sisters.
Were they sisters?
Because they both had like similar things in their hair. It just made me think they were sisters. But anyway, now this other girl comes up and she's doing the same thing, but she is like looking back at me and making eye contact with me. So she knows, like, because there's also a line now behind me. Like, I guess I'm next.
And that's your job to control that, because the people behind you are getting pissed at you.
Yeah. There's like 5. Well, and that's the other thing too. Everyone else is calm. Like, whether they're noticing that these kids are cutting or they're just, because they might be just talking with other parents or whatever. No one else seems as bothered by this as me.
You just make a joke, Bobby.
Sorry.
I'm the one who's just sweating. And so I'm the one that's bothered. But like, this girl now knows what she's doing. Like, I could believe that the other girl was just oblivious and, oh, I'm just getting in the chair. I don't realize all these people are standing here for this. This other girl's looking at me. So of course the first girl gets 2, she gets out, this girl jumps right in. And at that point I told Kayla, I was like, I got to get out of here. I can't, like, I was fuming, but it's like, who could you take this out on? Cause the thing I was upset with, there's no parents here. Who are these guards? Right? Could I have done it nicely?
Hey, little girl, the line's back there.
I would have.
No?
I think at that point, after the second one jumped in, I'm like, no. There's I'm like, look, see, all of us are in line. Like, we're all in line.
I know Kaylee had to say, like, you have to remember that they don't know any better. Like, but what was hard for me to accept about that was like the whole day, this whole reason we're here is celebrating how accomplished all these kids are and how great they're doing. And stuff. And then now they don't even know the concept of a line. Or at least can somebody be here to help them? I don't know. I had all this. I was just so upset and I had nowhere to express it and put it. So it ruined the whole day for me.
Well, and probably so many things going through your head too. It's like, should I say something to this child about, hey, if you'd like to get a tattoo, the line is over there. And we've all been waiting here, but does that make you look like a jerk? I don't know.
It's also, I'll be the first to admit, I can have a quick temper. I sometimes don't have the patience. My own kids do a good job of helping me with that, to learn more patience, but dealing with other kids. And then when you have to be extra patient with people who are disabled and special needs. And so I don't know. I just was not, when I was already like, I'm out here in the hot smelling, in the heat, smelling horse shit. Like, I'm here for my family, but I don't really want to be here. And then this, I don't want to say that, but you know what I mean? Like, this isn't like, I'm here for them and I'm trying to make, a good day of it, but that just kind of set me off. So I turned down the free lunch that we were getting. That's how upset I was. I was like, you guys go hang out. I just couldn't be around people. When you're upset, and the worst thing, this is me anyway, the worst thing you can be around when you're upset are people who are being overly positive. Does that make sense?
I can see that.
It's like when the Chiefs lose or something and I'm upset and Kaylee tries to say, it's all right. I'm like, no, don't say that. Let me cool down on my own.
Yeah.
And then I'll be, but you know what I mean? So like when I was upset about this, all I could hear were other parents just like, oh, how great that is for the child. And this, they're having their own conversation, but everyone there is just so positive. And I'm just like, ugh.
I didn't get my free food. Damn it.
I know.
No, it's good.
Whatever.
I mean,
That was my
you had to
story.
internalize it, which is too bad for you. But at least you walked away and didn't make
Well,
a
I
scene.
figured
'Cause some people
you
would make a scene.
Yeah, and you can understand why I didn't want to. I didn't want to say anything to any of these kids or anything, but you guys get my frustration, and especially Jamie, you as having parenting Alicia now, and I don't know if that has, like I said, the patience is part of it, but like has that given you an extra level of patience and like time to like step back from situations like that or
No,
anything? I'm just curious.
no, no. I'm still as patient as ever.
What is Bobby doing?
I'm more aware. I'm more aware, I think, of situations like that. But it doesn't make me any more patient, I don't think. But yeah, no. The other day I picked up Alicia from school, and there was like third grade. I think they're probably third graders, but they were leaving the. They were coming inside from recess, and they were walking past us. Yeah, I mean, I'm wheeling Alicia in her wheelchair, and as these kids are walking by, this boy, literally went like looked up and down her chair. They were just all of them were just like looking her like, what is this a wheelchair, a kid in a wheelchair? It was just like, that was the first time I was like, damn, that just like, I mean, it was really obvious. I mean, kids stare all the time, but this was like a group of kids in a line walking by, and they were just, I mean, literally the kid's head went up and down like, I mean, it is what it is. So I'm aware of that stuff, but no, it doesn't make me any more or less patient. Like, yeah, just no.
I became less patient after I had kids.
Yeah.
I was more patient before I had kids.
Yeah,
that makes sense. I feel like it's gonna eventually go that way for me. Like right now, I'm in a good place of like I know I got to be a little bit extra patient and take some time, and when they're going off the deep end to try to bring them back, but they're also at that point, especially Vanessa, where she's pushing my buttons because she knows what buttons to push, and so now that gets to us faster.
Yeah. I'm less patient of other parents now, because what I think I've told you guys several times or mentioned on here several times that I coached softball. Well, all year I'm like, it's completely different than when I was playing. When I was an active in sports, I was incredibly competitive, and it was all about winning and doing well and blah blah. Whereas now, as a coach of my kids, I could care less if they lose 20-0, and I don't care. Like, it's literally all about the kids having fun and learning something. I mean, it's about as cheesy as it gets. As long as you had fun. So when I talk with other coaches, they're totally, in the Parks and Rec leagues, they're all, oh yeah, we're just, they're very loose as far as rules and things like that. And so we all always get together before the game starts, and they talk about, on overthrows, you get one base. I was like, you know what? We're just going to stay where we are. We're going to go one base at a time. Not a big deal. I don't care if we score at all or what. But and usually the other coaches are like, oh yeah, we'll do the same thing. Yeah, great. Well, this last game, the other coach, they didn't say anything. Like, I said that, and I was like, we're just going to go base to base. You guys do whatever you want. And she's just like, okay. And then as soon as the game starts, man, this guy, our girls, they're all terrible. I mean, they're just like playing for the first time, most of them, and we overthrew it, and they're just sending them, and I'm like, okay, this just like set off a thing in my head. Like, I hate coaches of Little League. It doesn't matter what sport; they're all a bunch of jagoffs. I mean, it does something to people our age when they get it. Yeah, it's insane. Like, these are actual kids, like, but you're getting joy out of using your kids to pummel my kids. And so I got back to the dugout. I was like, it's on now. It's on. I mean, you did it, and now I'm going to be a complete a-hole. So I'm like pitching the ball before the other team's even ready. I'm like scooting up, like, because I was like kind of close to the pitcher's rubber and, coach pitching it or whatever. I'm like, no, I'm getting way up here and I'm going to lob these things. So my kids just hit the piss out of it. And we, this is the first time all year we scored 6 because you could score 6 runs max or whatever. And then you switch. And it was the first time all year we did that. And I was just like, I'm like, I'm not in. Of course, it was too late because we were up first and we maybe scored 1 or 2 or whatever. And then I saw how they were going to be. So we were behind the whole time, but we barely lost. But I was just like, God, I hate people who are involved in little league sports. It didn't matter. They're just terrible people.
The parents,
awful people.
The parents make it.
Andy, you'll come across it. You'll see it, and it's just
it's
freaking awful.
The
Except
parents
for Robert Paredes in the 80s and 90s.
What's that?
Except for Robert Paredes. He was the greatest coach in
Little
Little League history. Yes.
Things have changed though. Remember House of Pain? Remember House of Pain, Jamie?
Yeah, that guy was terrible.
We played out at.
I probably shouldn't get started at the hour and 10-minute mark about people who are involved in Little League sports. They're just terrible people.
We can do another episode on that. Sure.
I'm sure it'll come back around. Like we'll talk more Little League on another episode at some point.
Yeah. But anyway, do we want to wrap this up? We could talk Wiggles documentary. Is anybody? You guys are.
Hold on, Andrew was about to say something. Real quick.
Go ahead.
What were you gonna say?
This is dumb. Because I was gonna try to make this joke earlier in the episode, but never got a chance. Going back to your letter you're gonna write for your friend at the parole board. Can the first line of your letter be this?
That boy is good.
Good and terrible.
No, I hope that's what the parole board will be saying after they read my letter.
That boy good. Don't be hitting on me. I thought it was trash.
I tried to do that like 40 minutes ago, and I've been stewing on it ever since.
Okay, now we will go back before we end because I ran to Jamie's house. I think we stated that earlier. I don't know if we were recording or not, but I walked into Jamie's house and caught him in the middle. He had to pause his Wiggles documentary, which I will say I did start that one night. I think I felt I'm always falling asleep. There's no judgment on the documentary itself, but because I fall asleep during everything. But I did start that, and it's pretty spicy.
Yeah, it's good stuff, Bob. You would appreciate it. I think it's something
where is it? Where can it be found?
It's on Amazon Video or whatever, Amazon Prime Video.
Jeff is my favorite. Who's your favorite Wiggle?
Mine is the main guy, Greg. Greg, yeah.
Is he the main guy?
Yeah, the lead singer, the yellow guy. He wore the yellow skivvies, as they say.
Skivvies. I thought the red guy was the lead guy.
No, these guys are so freaking smart, man. They were like preschool teachers, and there was reason for everything they did, like waking up Jeff. I mean, come on, dude, genius.
I want to see it. Did they talk about Captain Feathersword at all?
Yes. Yes,
okay.
They talked about why he had a feather sword. Yeah, no, it was great. It was good stuff.
I think I did see that part where they said why he had a feather sword. But
yeah, Bob, your boys were into Wiggles, or Xavier was.
Yeah, Xavier was.
Great
the
show.
Best song by far was the Hot Potato.
Hot Potato.
Yeah, and that's the name of the documentary. It's called Hot Potato, a Wiggles documentary or something like that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go upstairs and watch it right now.
Good stuff. Andrew, put on. You could actually. They have one of the seasons of the Wiggles on Amazon Prime. Put that on for your kids. They will go insane.
I remember it a little bit. Yeah.
Have you guys ever had squash banana?
I have not, but you find out the origins of that song.
Was pasta salad one of those?
No, fruit salad, not pasta salad.
Fruit salad. Yummy.
And then you're talking cold spaghetti. Anyway.
Cold spaghetti.
That's more, I think, Wayne's World.
Yeah.
We're going. But anyway.
Okay.
Everybody check out the Wiggles documentary.
Yes.
Can you believe we've talked for an hour and 15 minutes about absolutely nothing?
Let's go back and watch it again and see if
this
it's
was a terrible episode.
I really don't think you should have seen some of those early ones. Ooh.
I thought 25 minutes in, I thought this was pretty bad, but I think we saved it.
Since Rudy didn't prepare for a Quit Acting Stupid award, I would like to give it to that coach that I coached against last week in the softball game.
happily we'll give it to him. No Rudy's runs for this week.
It's actually a woman. It's actually a woman. So
What?
yes.
Okay.
It was a woman.
Well, two women
got-
and a man, but the woman I think was the one that she was just like. I mean, it was one where our kid, she got
go.
the ball hit to third base, and our third baseman went to throw it to first, but it took so long that they rounded third and ran home. And I'm like, dude, that wasn't even a pass ball. Like that wasn't even an overthrow. So they shouldn't have been able to score. But she's just like,
That doesn't make sense.
oh.
You would
Whatever.
expect better from women.
Yeah.
But
Anyway,
Why-
all right.
why
I'm
women?
now I'm all wound up. I'm not gonna be able to go to sleep.
You're a smart motherfucker. That's right.
Pretty much. So
Yeah, I just wanted to hear.
and
all right.
now with that, I'm gonna head back down to the bar.
Oh,
Jesus.
We knew that's what you were waiting for.
All right.
I'm not-
So
I'm gonna go meet me. So for my brothers Jamie and Rude Dog and Mr. To Go Plate, I'm your host, your co-host Bobby D. Saying until next time, quit acting stupid.
Not to get into too much troubles, okay?